You guys, there are moments you watch, and then there are moments you feel so deeply it almost hurts to breathe. And what happened that night with Park Jimin in El Paso wasn't just a concert. It wasn't even just a goodbye. It was something else, something heavier, something no one was ready for. Because the energy that night? It already felt different before anything even began. You could sense it. Like the air itself was holding its breath. And maybe it's because just days before, they had wrapped up Tampa, another explosive stop in the BTS Arirang World Tour, where everything was loud, chaotic, overwhelming in the best way. The kind of night where the crowd roars so hard it feels like the ground might crack. But El Paso felt quieter. Not silent, but charged. Like something emotional was building underneath the surface, just waiting for the right moment to break. And honestly, did you feel it too? That subtle shift? Because from the second Jimin walked onto that stage, something in his expression was softer. Not weak. Never weak. Just human. And that's what makes this even harder to talk about. Because he wasn't trying to be perfect that night. He wasn't trying to be untouchable. He was just there. Fully present. Fully real. The lights hit him just right, soft gold tones brushing across his face, and for a split second, he didn't move. He just stood there. Looking out. Taking it all in. And it's so small, right? Such a tiny moment. But why did it feel so loud? Why did it feel like he was memorizing every single face in that crowd? You guys, that was the first moment. The first moment where something inside you starts to tighten. Because you realize, this night isn't going to be like the others. And then the music starts. Explosive. Powerful. Familiar. The crowd erupts instantly, screaming his name, chanting, reaching out like they could somehow pull him closer just by wanting it enough. And Jimin? He switches. Just like that. The performer takes over. Sharp movements. Fluid control. Every step perfectly timed, every glance calculated, but still somehow effortless. How does he even do that? How does someone go from so soft to so intense in a heartbeat? But here's the thing. Even during the most powerful parts, the high notes, the sharp choreography, the moments where the entire stadium feels like it's shaking, there were cracks. Tiny ones. Barely noticeable if you weren't looking closely. But if you were, oh, you saw it. The way his smile lingered just a second too long, like he was holding on to something. The way his eyes didn't immediately leave the crowd after each move, like he didn't want to look away. And then, there's this one moment. And honestly, this is where everything starts to shift. The music fades. Not completely. Just enough. The lights dim slightly, softening the entire stage. And Jimin steps forward. No choreography. No distractions. Just him. And the crowd, instantly, feels it. The screaming slows. Not because they're told to. But because something about him asks for silence. And you get this wave, this ripple, spreading across the stadium. Voices lowering. Hearts racing. Everyone waiting. Because you know something is coming. But you don't know what. And then he speaks. Softly. So softly you almost lean in, like you're afraid you might miss it. Army. That's it. Just one word. But why does it hit so hard? Why does it already feel like too much? And here's where it gets even more intense. He pauses. Not a quick pause. A long one. Long enough for the silence to feel heavy. Long enough for you to notice the way he swallows, the way his chest rises just a little deeper than before. And in that pause, everything changes. Because suddenly, he's not just speaking. He's trying to speak. And that difference? You feel it instantly. Tonight feels. He trails off. And you guys, this is the moment no one was ready for. Because Jimin, who's performed in front of thousands, who's handled pressure like it's nothing, who's always in control, he hesitates. And not in a scripted way. Not in a dramatic, planned way. In a real way. Like he's searching for words that just won't come. And the crowd. Silent. Completely. You could probably hear someone breathe from across the stadium. And then he smiles. But it's not the usual one. Not the bright, playful, confident smile we're used to. This one is smaller. Fragile. And honestly, a little heartbreaking. Tonight feels different. That's what he finally says. And it's so simple. So unbelievably simple. But why does it feel like so much more? Why does it feel like he just said something huge without actually explaining anything? And just when you think that's it. Just when you think that was already enough to shake you. Something else happens. He looks down. Just for a second. But it's enough. Because when he looks back up, his eyes are different. There's something there. Something deeper. Something that wasn't there earlier in the night. And you feel it. Everyone feels it. That shift from performer to person. From idol to someone just trying to hold it together in front of thousands of people who love him. Before coming here, he starts again, slower this time. We just finished Tampa. And there it is. That connection. That thread tying everything together. From one city to another. From one memory to the next. And suddenly, El Paso doesn't feel like just another stop. It feels like a continuation. A build-up. A chapter that's been quietly leading to this exact moment. In Tampa, it was loud, he says, almost laughing softly. And here. He pauses again. And this pause? It's even heavier than the first. I can hear you. You guys. Do you understand how powerful that is? Not louder. Not bigger. Just clearer. Like he's not just hearing the screams. He's hearing the people. The emotion. The connection. And then he does something so small, but it completely breaks the moment open. He takes a step closer to the edge of the stage. Just one step. But it feels like he's stepping closer to you. Like the distance between him and the audience suddenly disappears. And his voice? It softens even more. I don't know if I say this enough. And right there. You already know. You already know this is going to hurt. I'm really grateful. Simple again. But not really. Because it's not just the words. It's the way his voice cracks, just slightly. It's the way he presses his lips together right after, like he's trying to stop something from slipping out. It's the way his eyes scan the crowd, slowly, carefully, like he's trying to remember everything. And honestly, can we talk about that? That look? That specific look? Because it wasn't just appreciation. It was something deeper. Something almost like fear of letting go. And that's when it hits you. This isn't just about the night. This isn't just about El Paso. This is about everything that came before it. Every performance. Every city. Every moment that led here. And just when you think he might stop there. Just when you think he might pull back, regain composure, and shift the mood again. He doesn't. He leans into it. I wish I could stay in moments like this forever. And that's it. That's the line. The one that broke everything. Because suddenly, it's not just emotional. It's real. Painfully real. Because we all know. Moments like this don't last. Concerts end. Lights turn off. People go home. And even he knows it. And that's what makes it unbearable. And then silence again. But this time, it's different. It's not tense. It's not waiting. It's shared. Like everyone in that stadium is holding the same feeling at the exact same time. And you don't want it to move. You don't want it to change. But you already know it will. Because this is where something even more unexpected begins to unfold. And just when you think you've already seen the most emotional part of the night, just when you think nothing could possibly top that moment, Jimin takes a breath. A deeper one. And his expression shifts again.